podcast, we definitely discuss healing. We discuss aspects of psychology. We discuss, like, you becoming the best you, mental wellness,
For sure.
health,
Femininity, parenthood, dating
definitely
as
dating.
single parents. And it's from a lens of two psychologists,
Yeah.
So,
But also two people who grew
mhm,
up like with both parents,
mhm,
married parents, and then, like, you all know that Chloe and I are the youngest of our crews, like her
yeah.
siblings and my siblings. So
Mhm.
yeah, so it's from that
Looking,
perspective
yeah,
as
looking at
that.
life through that lens. So
Yeah.
you're gonna get a whole lot of things from us being women, going through life as parents, and all of these awesome attributes. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's womanology, the study of women.
The study of women.
All right, welcome back. Everyone needs an Aquarius. We back in the building.
We bike.
Man, people was loving your outfit last show, Dom. They was
What I
commenting
wear?
on
What
the
I
on the
what I
comments.
what?
People was like, "I love your outfit, Dom." Like the girl, at least I'm
Oh,
assuming.
oh! I didn't go. You know what? I forgot that I wore my Renaissance outfit.
You did.
I forgot. I forgot. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Yeah, you got to go on there and see people comments. So,
Oh my gosh. Well, I know that you posted my picture
mhm.
on the YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't like the person that said that we are moving like a cult. Like it's so think about it from this perspective. I've had birthday parties, more so in particular my 25th birthday.
Mhm.
I asked everybody to wear a color. Like I didn't care what it was, what color, just wear a color.
Mhm.
And that's all. Because when we take a picture, it is a colorful picture. Like
Because
that's
everybody's
it.
got different color, like color.
Everybody got different colors. That was it. That's it. So I don't. I feel like it was a birthday request. Now I was the person
Hold
that
on,
when it
Beyonce said that. That she wanted
Beyonce
everybody.
wanted everybody to wear silver, but she put that shit out like at the beginning of Virgo season, not realizing no. And she's a Virgo. She fucking knew that people bought their outfits right when that tour was announced, and she didn't give
Yep.
a fuck. So you know what I did because you didn't give a fuck, and neither did I.
But how many people wore silver?
Nobody in pretty much everybody wore silver. The only person in my group that wore silver was Vernon, was my best friend.
But I'm saying, but like
Kenj,
in the crowd, most people had silver.
the majority of the people had on silver.
It's a cult.
It's not a code. I think out the gate, people. So the majority of people's outfits were silver anyway, because pretty much like the artwork for Renaissance is
It's that
silver. A lot of the
silvery kind of
promo, yeah,
sugary shit.
every promo for the most part has been some sort of silver. So you didn't have to tell people to do that. Like you this ain't your birthday dinner. Like shut up. So I wore what I
She didn't
wore.
like somebody saying it was a cult.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's like literally somebody's birthday request. So that's all. So, and people, and I think that people just don't allow people to have fun no more. Like y'all going dressed up, uh, looking like aluminum foil, baked potatoes, and different things like that. But I was just like, people buy new outfits for concerts
All the time.
or and all the time. It's just that this one happens to be themed. Taylor Swift concert. People was dressed up for Taylor Swift, BTS, whatever. People be dressing up. So
The BTS
why
is the
the
K-pop
Asian,
group, right?
yeah, the Asian people, yeah.
Yeah.
Korean, Korean,
Korean, yeah,
K-pop,
K-pop.
yes, yes,
Yeah, they're
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Korean
yeah,
pop.
yeah.
They're a big
Um,
deal.
a huge, and I don't get the hype. It's not for
I've
me,
never
and
heard a
that's
song.
okay.
Never
Me
heard a
neither.
song.
I listened to the song that somebody did with Meg Thee Stallion. I think that was BTS.
Oh, that
I
was?
don't
I didn't
know.
even
I
know
don't
that.
know. I know it's called Butter or Honey, Sugar,
They got me.
something in the kitchen.
I ain't
So I
never heard of
can't.
them.
I can't. Yeah. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it takes a lot for me to go after music I don't like already kind of trust now. It is.
Yeah.
Somebody got to really be like, yo, D, you got to peep this.
Did you? Okay. So, did you listen? You're gonna tell me no. I don't even want to ask because you're gonna
Go
tell me
ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
Did you listen to Lucky Day's album?
Yeah, I like Lucky Day.
Oh, okay. Then slap me around and call me Susan. I didn't know you.
Like we talked about Victoria Monet a little bit over text. Like
Yeah.
I try to keep up with, like, if I hear one or two songs I like, I'm gonna lock in with you. Like, and I'm gonna lock in with you. Like what's the other dude? Leon Bridges. I've been messing with him.
That
too.
Crash and Burn.
That's what I'm saying. I try to keep up with the young R&B as much as I can. It's just that I can't do the BTS.
I can't do the BTS. I can't do a lot of it. But I think that people feel like R&B has died off and that it's making this resurgence. I feel like R&B has always been here. It's just that y'all don't have a listening ear to open up and explore.
And y'all letting just the run-of-the-mill person, like, what was the dude that everybody was? Bryson Tiller. I hated that stuff. I hated that stuff.
Don't.
I hated that stuff.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Hated it.
I enjoy him for what he is. Okay. That threw me off. Was not expecting that. That's why that's even funnier. I like Bryson Tiller for what it is. He not gonna make me sit and think or nothing. It's just what it is, and that's
I do like Ty Dolla $ign though. I do like Ty Dolla $ign for some reason. I like. You said what?
Friend, because you kind of a nigga.
Oh, is that?
He's the nigga's nigga. Ty Dolla $ign is the nigga's nigga. Did I? Because you laughing because you know it's true. Ty Dolla $ign is the nigga's nigga.
I thought because his dad was in the group. He was in. I think his dad was in. The group that did "Let's Whip It, Baby." Whip. That's what his dad is from that group.
Really?
Yeah, that's his dad. Whip It, Baby. Dad's band.
I did not know that.
That's his dad. Work it all night.
I know that. Wow, I did not know that about.
And then Terrence Martin is his cousin.
Who was Terrence Martin?
Terrence Martin, the saxophone singer that played. He's been. I mean, he with him and Robert Glasper. He be doing.
This is a Robert Glasper Stan account.
To who, me?
Me.
Yeah. So the saxophone on Poetic Justice. That's Terrence Martin.
Oh, okay.
On Poetic Justice with Drake and Kendrick.
Yeah, Kendrick. Yeah.
That's Terrence. And then Terrence got like, if you look on a whole bunch of people's stuff, like Terrence did. He's a saxophone all on the second Pimp a Butterfly. That's all Terrence Martin playing the saxophone. Pimp a Butterfly. Like, you gotta peep it. Like, that's some like. But I went to go see him at the Jazz Bistro, and I was like, oh, he's a nigga too. So no, and then it makes sense that it's Ty Dolla $ign's cousin, like first cousin.
Yeah, because Ty Dolla $ign. Okay, so
they have the same neck tattoo.
Okay, so here's the thing about Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign. I remember my coworker, my friend. He had told me. He asked me had I listened to Ty Dolla $ign, and I was like, "Nigga, what the fuck?" Because like I just remember, like it was giving Jaheim. I'm not a Jaheim fan. Like your album cover, you behind the glass window at the jail cell, and you got your hand up with your numbers. That does. I don't want rough love.
But it's crazy. It's not rough though.
Ty
Dolla $ign is
so you have to think about this. Listen. So at a first glance,
yes,
it was a little bit of.
You like it was, you talking about Tooted and Booted, huh? What he did.
I enjoyed Tooted and Booted.
That's why I became a fan.
Yeah, no. Like, so that was big when I first moved out here.
Yes. So, I didn't even like YG. I was like, who was the dude singing the hook?
So that's why it's funny to me, because I'm like, yo, he really had to grow on me. Like, there are certain singles, it's definitely got, because like, think about it from Paranoid to now.
Yeah, I didn't like his first two albums. I'm like that.
Because you was confused. It wasn't for us. You got your head. Ty Dolla $ign. We do like Ty Dolla $ign.
But he's better now.
He's better now. He's
for some reason, it's like he became like he's like and I'm not trying to compare them, but how people were scared of Snoop at first, but then like now he's like everybody. That's
Lovable.
how Dolla $ign is now.
I can
feel
see.
like
I can agree with that.
like
yeah.
he's very palatable now. He's kind of congenial and like, oh man, that's a cool dude. And his music has gotten better to me. And like,
yeah, his music has gotten better. But I enjoy. Ty Dolla $ign has a song with Mario that's enjoyable, and I really like his verse on that. And I was like, okay.
He brings the niggerish love out of me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just but it's not, to me, it's not vulgar niggerish. It's not Brian McKnight-esque music where I'm like whining on a song. It's like
correct.
I'm hurt, but I'm still gonna keep it gangster.
He has a song with I'm trying to think. Doesn't he have a song with? I think this is a song. Okay, so he's on this song with Trey Songz called "Disrespectful." I think it's "Disrespectful." No, "Disrespectful" is a different song, but he has a song with Trey. I swear it's "Disrespectful," but maybe it's not. But the song that he has this song with Trey Songz that is fire, and I know we are not a Trey Songz stan account over here.
Oh, I take that back. Ty Dolla $ign dad is in Lakeside.
Okay.
His dad's in Lakeside with Fantastic Voyage. That's his daddy's in there, and that's still Terrence Martin is still his cousin though.
I never knew that Ty Dolla $ign's dad was already like in the industry. That's so funny. But okay, so Ty Dolla $ign has this song with Trey Songz, and he be like, I fuck her all the time, but she know I never wife her.
But that's real. But I like that.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, you know who is similar, but I feel like they're already kind of working on making him a little like similar, like you said, palatable. Sir.
But I think Sir's more sensual than Ty Dolla $ign. I like Sir.
Definitely.
He's the opposite. Okay, no, they're on the same side of the coin.
Yes, but
because I would think that somebody. I'm trying to think of an R&B person.
I feel like they're trying to make Sir a sex symbol, which I'm okay with.
Oh, you talking about like this new song, this new single he's got, the one coming out? I can see that.
Yeah, I'm like, it's giving.
I'm surprised they didn't push him like that more with the Jill Scott songs, "Still Blue." On his first album, like why they didn't push him to that then?
Sometimes I feel like now to a certain degree people could potentially have like just a little, because people really don't get creative freedom until like that second album. So I feel like it's like the adverse now, where it's like they just kind of letting people do what they do to see how they can market them or see how people can relate to them, and then they go in and fine tune.
So before we get into top topics, have you heard the Diddy album yet?
Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
You don't like it?
No. You'd be surprised. I actually think it's pretty good.
I am enjoying it. Okay, so
but I do have a complicated relationship with Diddy though. That I
don't we all
let that be known.
Don't we all?
It's very complicated. Very complicated.
Don't we all? Okay, so here's
very
the thing.
Similar to the relationship with my mother.
Sir.
I realized this while listening to. I was like, man, why do I be like so often cold and awful? I was like, oh, it's like my mama. That's how
you know what? And honestly, now that I'm listening to you and thinking you saying that, I never heard you ever say anything about your mom, ever.
But that's my relationship, because I'd be like, man, I kind of like them tracks, and I'd be like, but I can't fuck with them.
See, okay, so it's like weird. Okay, so look at, I'm a huge Diddy, Dirty Money, Last Train to Paris fan. Huge. So for me to
Angels is a hard ass song. I love that song.
Listen, the song with, even Problematic Drake, and he ends the album. It was like she was trying to dig a hole on the couch. Okay, so I feel like that's Loving You No More is the last track on the album, but they have songs like this. so many really good singles. Like Grace Jones is on a song that's just fire. Looking for Love with Usher. It is everything. It's like it's really dope. So I don't like so seeing that he picked up the phone and called Kalina and Dawn. I was super geeked.
Yeah.
Super excited.
I'm a bust the bubble on that. That song had been recorded.
So is that left over from Diddy Dirty Money?
Yep, he said that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what happens
he said that
to
himself.
Dream deferred like a raisin. Okay, so I enjoyed the Tiana Taylor track. Here's the Sway Lee track is fire.
I like the Jasmine Sullivan joint.
The Jasmine Sullivan track is the song with is it Josie?
Yeah, that's the one. That's his new artist. That is I think she's non-binary.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, but her music is dope though. Like I heard some other songs. That shit's dope.
Dude,
I'd be wanting to like tweet her and like get away, like from Diddy. I'm like get away. I'd be wanting to like get away.
Oh my god,
like get away, like please. Have you seen the track record of every other artist that has been signed to him?
Yeah, I mean, and it's interesting because recently he just gave them all his artists the rights.
Yeah, we just talk about that on listen to 90s music. It's all
He's I don't think it's that. I think it's just like the catalog isn't as valuable as it once was.
And did you see what Aubrey said?
From that, what her crazy ass say?
Oh no, she brought the contract. So we talked about it last now. If everybody go to I Don't Listen to 90s Music, we just put up the clip of it. But she says that basically, if you sign that, you have to do it. You have a gag order from not talking about Sean Combs, Justin Combs, his mother, and Bad Boy, and you cannot bring up any other previous litigation previously before this. So like from this day forward, it's only anything that you can bring up legally is anything new, and you can't do anything else. And she said it was on like $800-900 that they was gonna get. Yeah. So you can't talk about. So you can't even. So like if I got some beef with you and like some stuff that's going on already legally, or I don't want to try to get after, I have to admonish that period and not let that go. Puffy's poison, man.
That's some nigga shit.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing.
Because
I hate to be like this.
Is it not interesting? The two biggest songs outside of Biggie songs on Bad Boy, those two artists are dead. Black Rob, Whoa, and Craig Mack, Flavor in Your Ear, the two other biggest songs outside of Biggie songs on Bad Boy. They both did.
Yeah, I mean, All About the Benjamins will be up there, but that's like
that's
the
a
family
Puffy track. That's basically
it's a Puffy.
The biggest solo songs outside of Puffy.
Crush. Well, I mean, we could put Crush on You up there. We could put.
That's not on Bad Boy.
That's not.
That's on Undias. She was on Undias.
Okay.
Lance Riviera and Biggie started that label Undias. That's where Junior Mafia was on. Was that?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. You look dig deep into it.
Oh no, I know it wasn't something simple. I knew it wasn't something simple because complicated.
And then why is it he can't get in touch with both of those estates? He claims those are the last two people that he hasn't reached out to. Craig Mack, Black Rob. Now, someone broke it down last night that it is an issue. I mean, Stacey broke it down last night. There could be issues with the estate, especially if them cats have no will, stuff like that could complicate things.
And I'm pretty confident they did it.
Come on now, Black Rob did not have one, or Craig Mack probably.
Yeah,
but it just seems real convenient that this is happening. So
like,
I
hate that. But here's the thing: it's like this. Okay, so this is what I was gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
That nigga not doing nothing no different than the white man.
Right.
And people are mad. And I'm not making an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making an excuse for him because we should be.
Barry Gordy was doing it to people.
Yeah. we should be looking out for our people.
But the difference is Berry Gordy wasn't trying to be on no tracks. He wasn't trying to be out there public. He was stealing from you, and you might not even know what Berry Gordy looked like.
Okay,
do you know the person what they look like that own Chess Records that stole all that money from Muddy Waters? You don't know what they look like.
No, we.
Only reason you know what Berry Gordy looked like is because he because of Diana Ross. He had to
this is giving Berry. This is giving Come to Death Row. Okay, like you would give it Come to Death Row.
I mean, Suge was trying to be a popular person too. He was all.
He was,
but I'm
ultimately. You say what?
Berry wasn't stealing your beats. You didn't have to worry about Berry Gordy. If Puffy stepped into your studio and your beat was on and you start singing, I don't want to know. He'd be like, I got to get on that, right? Berry Gordy wasn't doing that.
Is that how that happened?
I'm just assuming that's. I would love that to be the story, but I don't know.
Okay. I was like,
I have no evidence at all. I have manufactured that in my mind. Shout out to Hassan Minaj. We'll talk about that in a minute.
I'm gonna say it's really hard to enjoy certain stuff because of how people operate and do their business.
Mm-hmm.
And it definitely makes it a little more difficult to enjoy certain things because of it. And I told y'all, the only person I've been successfully able to separate the two is Chris Brown and Rihanna. That's the only person. And listen, let me tell you why.
And I didn't like that Brian McKnight slander that you sent me too. I didn't like that because that was inaccurate. I
just sent you a clip to have a conversation.
Yeah.
I wasn't saying
I don't know if he was co-signing. I wasn't sure if it was a co-sign or not. Because them first 3 Brian McKnight albums were fire.
Okay, I was saying, could understand what my friend was saying. Shout out to my homeboy Clint. And music is the love language, which Clint, is on Revolt.
Get on there when I come out to LA. Is he's in LA, right?
Yeah, Clint is in LA.
The first 3 Brian McKnight albums are fire.
Listen, all I'm gonna say is this. It'd be hard, but the Puffy album is really dope. Because of definitely because each song has an appearance. Like it's somebody that's really dope. Like that Tiana Taylor joint is hella fire. The song about Kim Porter is really nice. So I
don't like the Jodeci song. It sounds weird to me. The state part 1 or whatever.
Okay. Can I tell you something?
Go ahead.
I ain't never listened to a Jodeci album. So think about it from this perspective. I know who?
No.
Okay,
I'm never listening to Beyonce album now. Never.
Okay, no.
Never.
No. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. I wasn't.
Hold on, you never listen.
Okay, so wait.
Hold on.
Wait. I didn't say I didn't know songs.
No, but I'm saying so. Hold on. So you've never listened to?
You have to also think, D. We are close in age, but we are not close in age.
Right. I mean, because some of those are like high school albums and like stuff like
that.
So
for you, high school for you is elementary school for me.
Yeah, but still, it's like me not hearing what's going on by Marvin Gaye. Like I wasn't alive for real then, but I heard the whole album.
So that's not the same.
And there's a okay.
That's not the
same. About the window.
Marvin Gaye. Listen to Marvin Gaye. It's different.
But Jodeci was as big as Marvin Gaye was at that same time.
Also, elementary school. So you have to also think. Music. Getting access to stuff wasn't like eventually we'll get Napster and stuff. But if somebody wasn't buying it, I didn't know it. Like
your sister didn't play Jodeci album?
No, we did not buy that shit in our house. Like we did not subscribe to that. Like my mom, like it was certain, like we was still up until a certain age. I feel like even low key, my mom was trying to pull that shit in middle school. If a sex scene came on, cover your eyes. Like, girl, what? So no, my mom didn't own that album. My dad definitely didn't own that album. So it wasn't like anybody. Like I might have had a cousin that owned it. But I never heard it.
Look, I will say this about Jodeci albums. They're very top heavy. where you could tell that Devontae said we're gonna put all the dope 8 singles at the front, and you just gonna run, and then you may be mad. The last 3 or 4 may just be but you didn't heard 8 bangers in a row, and you like shit. This shit fire. Like you already you go listen to Forever My Lady album. You're gonna be like, God damn, this is all the singles are in a row.
Okay.
Like
so I pretty much have heard it if they are the singles. Is what you're saying. Because like, I know Jodeci, like I know
some of them are like singles that didn't come out as a single necessarily, but like they play it a lot.
Okay.
Like I'm Still Waiting. But then the video version for I'm Still Waiting is like up tempo, but like the album version is crazy dope. Then you got Come and Talk to Me. The album version is different than the video version. That's the remix. Like, and then Puffy, we trying to take it back. Man, that album, and Al B. Sure wrote that whole album, which is crazy part if you think about it. We talked about it last night too. Al B. Sure wrote Forever My Lady about Kim Porter.
Yeah.
But then Puffy has her like 2 years later, 2 or 3 years later.
That's still so interesting.
I don't understand. I don't think it was any bad blood between Kim and him. I think they just didn't work out, but it's just kind of interesting. The dude that was kind of working Jodeci out and getting them through is the dude that, and the song they made is about her. It's just, it seems confusing to me. That's all. It's just one of those kids. One day y'all will understand that that's ridiculous. that whole situation is ridiculous.
It is. Oh, well, rest in peace to Kim.
Yeah. But all right, Jeezy,
Jeannie Mai, whatever. Are we okay? So you sent this to me, and I was like, "Are we really shocked?" But I'm okay. I'm gonna say I was gonna give it 5 years. I was giving it about 5 years. I was not giving it 2. I was like, "Oh shit, damn!" Like they ahead. Like, and they're saying that the demise of this relationship is now there's a statement saying cultural differences.
No, it's like 3 or 4 different things out there. I don't know what they are, because one of them says that Jeannie Mai was basically running up on him all the time, talking shit all the time, and like
and there's and he was checking her on that, and
then the other one was like Mario Lopez, some other bullshit about Mario.
But then it's like Mario Lopez posted something that was kind of like subliminal.
Yeah, but if I'm Mario Lopez, I need to directly get ahead of this because I don't want to see Jeezy, because now Jeezy's in these circles. Because that was my thing, is that Jeezy's now in the extra circle. Like it's not like Jeezy's gonna go back to the trap. Yeah. He's now golfing and hanging out with y'all cats. You gonna have to see the CTE.
Yeah.
The little what it called, the corporate, whatever his group was called. Them Negroes is at the country club now.
Yeah, absolutely. So
he needs to get ahead of him and be like, I ain't did nothing. Jeezy, I ain't did nothing.
But then that's the thing. It's like you don't say anything, but then you don't even put a subliminal message or a message that could be taken as subliminal.
No, I'm texting Jeezy personally. I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with you, because I'm not going to put up a statement that can be misinterpreted, and that's what's happening.
Jeezy, I ain't got nothing to do with this shit, dog.
Yeah.
No, if you need anything, let me know. I'm sorry about what happened with you and Jenny.
Because they were exchanging inappropriate text messages, which again, we don't know, and we could really, like kind of care less, but it's just interesting. Like I wasn't expecting 2 years, but also this speaks to a lot of situations that brothers find themselves in quite often.
What's that? What is that?
It's always a cultural difference, because nobody's ever going to understand you like a Black person. Like I feel like I've had this conversation with many people, and I just be laughing and just like,
no, I mean, you have a point.
Now,
because
like you said, like people always expect, like, they always say, it's Black women, we have attitudes and blah, 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 but then you go date another chick and it's just as bad, if not worse. Everybody got human. Everybody, exactly. And that's the thing that's crazy about all of this. It's like you when experience something else, like you said, like they said that in an old clip that resurfaced, he was telling her, like, you are very, you high-headed, you get mad, you be talking out the side of your neck. And luckily for her, he just walked away. He was like, I'm not gonna put my hands on you. I'm not about to fight you with anything like that, as he should.
Yeah.
And just be done with it.
L, baby. Take the L.
And take the L and move on. And it's funny because this entire situation that she was like praising it and versus her last marriage, how this person kind of like, she probably really wasn't ready to be married to that last guy, like not wanting kids and all these different things. And then you meet somebody that kind of embraces you and teaches you how to love and accept love and receive it. And you still in your own way. Girl, good riddance. I don't care. Because that's the thing.
It's interesting though. I mean, low key, this benefited Jeezy more than her.
Absolutely.
I ain't even mad at Jeezy.
He kind of pulled a Kanye.
Like, I know sometimes you're like, man, like most of the time a woman, people try to always say a woman comes up off a man, but this is one of the few times a man, he's got a New York Times bestseller right now. He'll be fine.
He's fine.
And I don't know about you, Dom, but I kind of like it. I kind of like it, man.
Because like, think about it. Like,
I know it's messed up. Man didn't even come up with something like this.
Absolutely, and that's why I was like, good riddance. He gonna be fine. He gonna still make music, and you can give us a trap.
Make music no more if I was Jeezy.
Listen, I can take a Jeezy song here and there.
Oh no.
Like, absolutely. Like, it's not consistent.
Right.
Every once in a while.
I've never
Surprise
listened
us.
to a Jeezy album either.
Okay. We're here. Okay, well, no,
I know the songs they play them in the club all the time back in the day.
It's certain songs that I did. So I listened to USDA because that's the one that had White Girl on it.
Yeah, but that's the one, the group CTE, right?
Yeah, I don't know, but I just know.
Remember, that was this little clique called the CTE.
I thought it was USDA.
No, it's CTE is the name of the crew, and those are the ones that's hanging at the country club now that Mario Lopez got to worry about. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, those guys. That's so funny because I literally thought it was something else. So listen, it's a lot of albums I ain't listened to. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, all right. I put it like this: I will make you a Jodeci playlist. I will listen to or I will listen to the whole Beyonce album. We'll report back next episode.
Okay, I'm okay. That's our homework. That's the only episode. Yes. Okay, that's our homework. Yes, I can do that.
We will do that. I will do that. I will have you the ultimate Jodeci playlist.
Okay,
including Casey and JoJo songs. And
do not put All My Life on there.
No. I'm putting on there. What life's life. Life's life.
I can't. No.
Life's life.
You can't put that on there because all I can think of is when they was on Time Joyner.
Oh my God, yo, yes.
Oh,
yo.
Shout out to Time Joyner because I'm almost at the point where I'm about to go on a cruise. Okay.
No. We are going on the cruise because we at that age. Have you seen the lineup?
Listen, I want to go. I've been thinking
about the lineup is directly saying y'all Negroes between 35 and 45 better get on this boat.
It is okay because I was like I'm not a cruise type of chick.
Me neither. I've never been on one.
I've been on one and it was the most ghettoest shit.
Really?
It was. I was in college. My college boyfriend had signed up for something. So it wasn't like it was a Carnival cruise or Royal Caribbean. It was some boat, and I felt like it looked like the inside of the Titanic. The sheets were like, like the blankets that they give you at like the hospital. Or something like that, where it kind of old, like that'd be like nude color. I feel like that's how the blankets were on the bed. It was like
Gilligan's Island,
pretty much. And I was like, I don't have to do this ever again. And then it was like every 5 seconds, the servers were asking, Bahama Mama, like walking around like with the tray, like so, like, and this is like. I don't want another Bahama Mama. It was like Cuba. So Cuba, all throughout Cuba, they was asking if you wanted a mojito. or a daiquiri. And I was like, I don't need no more mint. I don't need another daiquiri. I'm done. Give me some whiskey, neat. At this point, I really want to get fucked up. Like,
because it was this juice, it was this watered down juice.
Yeah, like, yeah. So I was like over it. I was so over it.
So Jeezy, shout out to you, my brother. You'll be all right. The only thing that's interesting that he filed for divorce, and men don't file for divorce.
Yeah, he was really done. That's how you
and
know.
He said no way of getting this back together. He got the
that was the part that blew me. That's why I was like, damn, like
he didn't even say like I want a separation. Like usually
nope.
people like I want to be legal separated, and then they transition.
So and that lets you know
he was fired
sometimes.
Up.
Yeah, sometimes a hard head makes a soft behind, because honestly, like when you see stuff like that, it was like y'all had no business being together. Like y'all shouldn't have got married.
Yeah.
And y'all had a baby. Somebody said that she had the black woman experience in a matter of like a few years. Like
what?
And I think that's really fucked up.
No, that's horrible. That's horrible.
Yes, it's really fucked up.
Wait. Hollywood situation with a lot of these other couples, they do the same shit.
But they were saying it in the sense of like you met this dude, y'all got together, you had a baby, and he dipped out on you.
Oh man.
See?
I just don't like the stereotype. I just don't like it.
You niggers.
Just don't like it, dumb. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I chuckled, and that was it. And I was
like, it felt wrong though. But it felt wrong.
It felt wrong, but I chuckled.
All right, Dom, let's get serious for a second. So what's going on with this serial killer of models or something in LA right now?
Yeah, there's been growing concern across the community with no answers, but today at least we're getting one of those answers, but still very few details. Two models found dead, both in their early 30s, living only a mile apart in downtown LA. The second model found just 2 days later. Eerily similar, it might seem, but after days of questions and uncertainty, police are now saying there's no evidence, at least so far, to believe the two deaths are related. That is the only new detail involving the investigation that police are willing to release more than a week later. This after family members and the community began demanding answers in fear of a serial predator.
Can you talk a little bit about the two homicides that in downtown, the two young ladies, any information, black young ladies, which is really disturbing. I don't know if there's any information you can provide the public and us.
Yeah, at this point, I want to respect the investigation, the efforts in determining the circumstances of those deaths, and I will update that, meaning I'll give greater detail in the coming days.
Families and the community beyond frustrated with no answers into the mysterious deaths of two young women. The mother of Nicole Coates taking her story to the media, demanding answers.
I'm heartbroken, and it's killing us. I'm devastated.
Nicole Coates was discovered inside her apartment on 8th and Grand. Her family had not heard from her for 2 days. Police will only say that this is a death investigation. But they have said Melissa Mooney's death was in fact a homicide. They say she was killed in her Bunker Hill high-rise.
Okay, so I feel like it's so many people that are freaked out right now, but rightfully so.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't hear about the first girl getting killed until the story about the second girl got killed. And so apparently they live within like a couple of miles of each other in downtown LA. Downtown LA is crazy. I just want to say that. But the interesting thing about this place is like they're both luxury apartments. And I know for a fact the girl that lived at the second spot, the second girl that got killed, 8th and Grand, is above these luxury apartments that are above like this Whole Foods, like this whole like little stretch. It's like all like pretty much all brand new. And I had a friend that lived there. So when I say it is not easily accessible, it is not easily accessible at all. You have to be buzzed in. The front desk has to let you in, or somebody buzzes you in. You have to give somebody your name. You have to tell them that you have someone coming in if you did not come down. Like it's a whole thing. Like you have to sign in. So my question is what is this apartment like? What are they hiding? Because there's cameras. There's like I said, like it's not like just a rinky dink concierge like person at the desk. It is people, like cameras, all of that stuff.
So you
And
saying maybe somebody that actually works for the actual
it could be. But the weird thing is that they have not listed this as a homicide yet. I don't know if they upgraded it, but the last news story that I watched, they had not said it was a homicide. They just investigating it. But the aunt and the father went to her apartment, and they're the ones that found her. And it was a gruesome scene. And the aunt said it looked like she had been fighting, like how her legs, her arms were positioned, and she was unrecognizable. And so to me, a lot of times when stuff like that happens, I know this from watching the first 48, a lot of times when that happens, it is somebody that you know, where they
because it's a crime of passion.
Yeah, sometimes it's a crime of passion. It could be somebody that you could be. I'm not gonna. All of them aren't always crimes of passion, but sometimes the 9 out of 10 times it is somebody that you know, whether it be intimate, y'all could have been cool, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So I think that's alarming to me that they have not upgraded this. And then also, like I think her Apple products was missing, and y'all not finding my iPhone.
So, but how they connect? How are they connecting it to the first?
They're saying that it could be just based on the miles. So we know when it comes to serial murderers and stuff, like they kind of operate within like a certain proximity of each other for the most part. But it's also how, again, there are cameras, there's street cameras downtown. And so this girl went on a date. So she went on a date Friday. Yeah, I found her Monday. Okay. Again, no cameras. There are cameras in those hallways. Access. So that means even if she went on a date and she drove and they came up in the elevator, like come on, man. It doesn't make sense. This is 2023. It is so hard to get away with murder right now.
Yeah, and it has to, serial killers are down. Like because it's hard. We talked about this when some of our first episodes of how basically forensics and all that stuff is catching people faster before they even start becoming a serial killer. And like the spree killer is now the thing. Like the mass shooter is like the equal now as the serial killer.
Right.
But like that old methodical, like Hannibal Lecter that's sitting out there for like 8 years, killing 20 people ain't happening no more.
It ain't happening no more. So that's why I was like, so yeah, we're not checking street cameras, we're not checking footage, we're not checking receipts, like where this person went on this date. So that's why I was like, so nobody knew where she went to eat at. Like you can do that based on phone records. Like, your phone picks up locations. Like you have to turn that off. Like it's a whole thing. So I'm like, these being 2 Black people, that's why y'all playing, and y'all continuously play in Black people's faces. And I hate that shit. And I just hope her family, both of their families, find some sort of justice and peace. And, I know it won't bring their kids back, but it's just fucked up.
Yeah, I would hate it to be a serial killer back out. I mean, I know they exist and stuff, but it's like we all
I'm inside.
And I guess a side question in this for you is LA moving slower because of the strike? Does it feel like the city's moving a little different in your eyes?
I'm gonna just say it's pure and utter chaos.
Really?
I just feel like it has been chaos for like a long time. Like especially when the strike is just an added layer to it. But I think as far as the violence and stuff, like especially because now we're going into fall and the holiday season, nigga, I'm shutting this shit down. I'm inside.
Really? Is it? Why do you think they'll pick up?
Just because it's holiday, we're in a recession. Shit, the motherfucking I just bought Comet at Target, which is normally like 75 cents. That shit was 139.
Yeah.
Inflation is all of that is taking a toll on people. And I just think that it's a lot. And people have to, people it's kind of like by any means necessary and they don't care. It's, similar to how it is kind of at home sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
And then the strike thing out there is cats moving a little bit different with the strike, you feel like, or is it's kind of, I mean, like within the entertainment side of things?
I feel like it's definitely tension, and we're starting to see them slowly cancel shows.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, so the strike is where shows go to die, and it's just really fucked up how capitalism has really screwed up people's mentality, because it's like what these people want and what everybody wants, they're not even asking for a lot. You know what I mean? And the fact that y'all like, oh, we'll bankrupt you, like we, like by Christmas y'all gonna have to come back, like yeah. But how come y'all just can't negotiate?
I see. The thing is, I was listening to a podcast, and they were breaking down. A lot of these companies know that they're gonna already lose money, so they're trying to mitigate like basically saying like the money we got that you saying we making, we ain't gonna make that in a minute because it's gonna be another another recession or something happening again, and people gonna stop using these streaming services, and cutting back, and we're not gonna have the money that we had before.
I don't think that could be a part of it, but to me, it's like it's always gonna be like nobody. There's nothing that kind of can make things like outside of like certain like packages. Like I think for sports, like it'll always be a space for it when it comes to sports, right? But nobody is going like I know a few people that have cable. My dad and one of my homegirls that lives in the Valley. Those are the only people I know that literally have cable. So unless cable is going to do something that's enticing to say, oh, you get access to all them individual apps on here, unless they figure out something, I don't foresee streaming really losing out. It's just niggas trying to be cheap. And what they did was they probably oversold, because I know part of the big thing was it's like, okay, you had people like Marseille Martin or Issa Rae and like Beyonce and like different people that had like these first look deals where it was like, oh, we got these projects with you, we locked you in. But because of the strike, let's say if they wanted to terminate it just on a regular day and the strike didn't exist, they still have to pay them a percentage of that contract.
Or maybe maybe the whole thing, depending on what it's structured.
Yeah, depending on, yep. And so with the strike happening, that was a way for them to get out of a lot of shit that they locked in and not have any penalties.
Really?
They had to pay on shit.
Why can they go against the contract?
It was like the strike had to be a minimum of 3 months, and so they knew the strike was at least gonna go for.
Wow.
I'm Doja. They sleep. Yeah, we part of Just Posted Podcast, man. The best show on this network. Come on, check, though.
Seriously, man. Just Posted. It's just me and Doja sitting back talking about what the fuck going on in the world and the streets.
We said labor of love. He said labor of love. I ain't say that shit. Shout out to, everybody coming to watch, though, man. We really appreciate y'all. Holla at y'all later.
Hey, man, this nigga just tall for no reason.
I'm gone.
And he do regular jobs. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
So at the minimum, they was gonna make it go 3, regardless.
Yeah.
Even if they was like, hey, we want to come back. No, y'all don't. Stay striking.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. So it was a way for them to really kind of like, it's kind of like a refresher and start over and see what's working and what's not working. It's just really fucked up, because I think the issue with a lot of stuff on top of the money and them not paying people, and renegotiating stuff, and because like now you have Monique coming out talking about like their residuals for the Parkers. So I don't even know if they really getting anything. Like it sounds like they
got some good money because they was in syndication for a minute.
Yeah, but if you're depending on how that contract go, you can still be getting paid pennies on a dollar. Sorry, it's the dog. She's knocked out. I'm so sorry. I was like, that's not me passing gas, guys. That is my dog snoring. Ultimately, so it's just really messed up because it's just like I could go be an exec at Disney or Netflix or whatever for like 3 or 4 years, right?
Yep.
And I could be set for life. And actors, like, it's all around because it's like they be trying to make you people gotta get really good attorneys and all of that stuff to negotiate that stuff, because if you just excited, like, y'all be preying upon people because y'all know that. And it's just the same thing. It's like the music industry. So I hope at some point they get it together, and I hope also when they finally do come back, they stop rebooting shit and start putting into play new people, new directors, new writers, because there's a lot of people out there with really bomb ideas that keep getting shut out. And which is also why places like Tubi is important. We crack jokes about it, but it's like, y'all, I was like, y'all, but hey, they got it done.
And it's independent money. They making some good money, because I actually looked up the CPM rate on that stuff. It's pretty high.
Especially because like now it's like everybody is going, so the more people that just go, even if it's like what
you went out.
Me, I did. Okay.
Yeah, you back in. Keep going.
But it's like, hey, what can you do? But it like I don't be knocking it. I can't wait to do a Tubi movie. Shit. Because like Deion Sanders said, it must be the money.
Well, I mean, I was supposed to be in one.
What? Was it the
Richmond,
one that was
Colorado.
shot in St. Louis? Okay.
Oh, yeah. That was the one with my man Dana Christian, but I didn't get to make it to the set or not.
Okay. Oh. Well.
Yeah, I didn't make it to the set in time and everything. I wanted to be a dirty cop. Doing cocaine off the car. That's what I wanted to do. I don't think that was gonna happen, but that's what I wanted to do. But since we talking about Colorado and must be the money is Dion. Shout out to Lauren Boebert, U.S. Representative of Colorado. She just got divorced.
Perfect segue.
2023. She proceeds to go to the Beetlejuice Broadway performance in Denver, in the theater in Denver, and she is wilding out. She's smoking, she's vaping. But at first she said that y'all lying because they kicked her out.
Yeah.
She was like, for what? And he was like, dude, you're in there vaping and you're discouraging other and then she was like, no, I wasn't doing that. That was the smoke from the
stage.
For the stage, yes. And they was like, the theater was like, oh, really? Word? We got camera footage of you, and we're gonna release the whole thing of all your antics. Because you could have just shut up because you was doing some other wild shit. She on there vaping, in there dancing up in front of people, being loud, drinking, falling all over her dude.
Yo, and low key, she lucky because that fondling and touching all this stuff.
And he's straight grabbing on her breast. She's grabbing on his dick. Like all
you
kind of
lucky. You were lucky that they're not gonna make you register as a sex offender.
Yes,
like this is come on.
But keep in mind, she is one of the biggest proponents against LGBTQ rights. Also, a purity of marriage, and not waiting till you're married for sex. All that.
We know. Okay, we know that the Republicans are
freaks.
Nothing exactly, because I feel like everything that they be gung-ho and be trying to put their foot down about, and like, oh, you shouldn't do this, that'd be the shit that they be doing behind closed doors. So I don't understand how we still here when it comes to these motherfuckers, because like it's just super fucking wild to me. And you just like, oh, I didn't do that, or it wasn't that bad, girl.
You're on video, man.
You on video. Like, this is what we talk about when people do too much. Like when we come to white people, it's like y'all just they'll never know how to just chill. Like it always got to be some grandiose, like crazy ass thing where y'all just be doing too much. Like, make it make sense, my nigga. Like, come on.
And then she said she didn't recall doing so. That she was sorry for her. So her statement is she apologized for falling short of her values by vaping. She said that she had previously denied it only because she did not recall having done so.
So that means you was that fucked up where you was like,
oh snap, I was vaping. And they still don't know who the dude is. It's just some dude. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with it, but you just got divorced on the 16th, ma'am, of May. And you letting him get all the goodies all up in the theater? Like, y'all real comfortable. That means y'all been together before May 16th. That's the story I like to hear.
Yep. See, that's just like, listen, that's like I told you.
That means you're real comfortable with the person.
But see, that's what I said about Jonathan Majors and Megan Good. I was like, they gonna play it like they've been messing around for a long time.
So mentioning Jonathan Majors, great segue. Hey, yo, Jonathan Majors straight up set up some two little kids to fight so he can break it up. I'm sorry.
Nigga, wait. Okay. Because I was like, Jonathan, you expect us to believe that you just was at the In-N-Out across the street, the In-N-Out, and you just looked in your best 1852 slacks and cab hats. And you're like, it's a fight. I'm gonna break it up, bro. Like, okay. I'm gonna say this. I've heard the high school stories about how people be acting out here. So is this plausible that this could have very well been off like a random occurrence that happened and he just so happened to be somewhere?
It could be.
Yes.
I just don't believe it.
But I just don't believe it.
I know. 100%. It is 100%. I could be totally wrong with this.
We could. It's like,
but I don't think so.
It was just certain things about the setup.
Yeah. Why was it recorded on a laptop?
On a laptop. Like how?
Like I said, it could totally be a coincidence. I just don't think so.
I just don't think so.
Like, this sounds like like one of his agents did badly. And I'm like, dude,
I've been
to do this.
You don't need to do is just be
you
off
already
the grid.
in this case probably because
like just stay off. Yeah, like stay off the grid. Like you were off the grid. Like just don't say nothing. They got you in the promo for the new Marvel movie, all of that stuff. And I wouldn't even like low key. If I was him, I would just be off the grid for the rest of the year. I wouldn't even go to the premiere or anything.
Yep.
And keep it moving.
Like you wouldn't even see me nowhere except going to court making good.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you would see me doing.
That's it.
Like because it makes you look guilty-ish if you got to do like publicity stunts like this.
Yeah,
and make like you start thinking like, why are you doing that?
Like also, it's very plausible. Like it is possible that this might have been a real occurrence. Okay.
It just don't look like it.
Just don't feel right.
Nice.
Oh.
It just don't feel right, man.
It just don't feel right.
It just don't. It doesn't feel. It isn't. It just doesn't. It just something is just is something's like, man. It's like going to White Castle's and you not getting cheese fries. Cheese on your fries. You just having regular fries. You're like, damn, man. I mean, they perfectly good fries, but it just ain't cheese on it, man. I don't even want it.
I don't get cheese on my fries.
Oh my god, nigga, we stopping the show. We did have another topic.
Oh, that's fine.
No, I'm playing, but that's ridiculous for the record.
It's not.
Yo, you didn't listen to the whole Jodeci album. We didn't make a list of. You were talking bad about me with the Beyonce shit. I guarantee you, the Jodeci is way more of a black infraction, and also the cheese fries for Black St. Louis. is
I don't know. Listen, that's a
big
lot of cheese.
infraction.
I'm getting cheeseburgers. I don't need cheese on my
Right, but you gotta
fries.
get the cheese fries at the White Castle.
No, I
You believe
don't.
Jonathan Majors
Because
getting
by the
if you don't
time,
get
no,
cheese on
like,
your fries,
because they just
you believe Jonathan
it.
Majors.
No, I feel like this. Cheese on my fries is like I don't need it. It's like I
Okay,
don't need
when you
it.
go to London and Sons, what do you get on your chicken?
I don't eat that chicken. I've had London and Sons like once or twice, and I was like, I don't understand the hype. I'm more of a JJ Fish and chicken type of chick.
Oh man, you
That
on the
chicken
west
is
side. It was one on
that
the west
chicken.
side over there too. Is one on
No,
Grant over there? No, that was more north.
no, it was one where the old KFC was off of Martin Luther King, and it's like natural, it's Martin Luther King,
And King
and
Southwest?
it's Martin Luther King, and it's
Union.
skinker, but it's not skinker because it's
Oh
kind of
yeah. When it's Keelan.
That's what I was gonna say. It's
Yeah,
Keelan.
yeah. That was the last one they had. That one just closed like during the pandemic.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but London Sons in general was good when it was in its heyday.
Yeah, we can agree to disagree.
It's all good. Don't worry.
Yeah, so like I said, that JJ Fish and chicken be hitting.
No. So Jodeci is that's a real block.
I could probably call 10 people that I can confidently say
have never
heard it cover to cover. Absolutely.
10 people.
10 people.
Okay, how old are they?
They're in our age bracket.
If they anywhere close to 40, they need to just give their black card up.
I don't think that's fair to say because you have to
How is it not?
think about it from this perspective. Yes, people go back and visit certain albums, right? We've all done it. Like you said, like I know Lovers Rock.
Mm-hmm.
I know, Earth, Wind and Fire, but no one, when I think about classic albums, no one has ever said to me, oh my gosh, you should listen to Jodeci. No one's ever. No. That's not
really?
impossible.
Wow.
Listen. It's only 2 people singing on it anyway. It's just Casey and JoJo. Okay.
That's
true.
That's true.
So with that said, I've never have been told in my life to listen to it. And I'm going to put this on Facebook. I will take
Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that.
No. And I'm just gonna say, hey, the people that you graduated from high school.
You know what? We could put it up on a poll on the podcast.
Please do it. Do it. Because I think those numbers are gonna be a little more skewed than you think. Because I've never heard anybody say, oh, let me put Jodeci on.
What?
No one has ever. I'm not being a dick. Like I'm being real.
Who said I've never heard of Trey Songz album either, and that's ridiculous. And you probably heard it. Stop it, Dom.
I've only heard one Trey Songz. I've only heard, listen. I was not a Trey Songz fan even before them struggle braids. I was not here for the braids. All of that. Just got to make that first thing. No, I listened to the Trigger album. That's when I became, and I liked Can't Help But Wait because I really liked the beat to Can't Help But Wait. But I didn't go listen to that album. But apparently the album that Can't Help But Wait is on kind of saved his career because the label was gonna drop him.
Really?
Yeah, Clint told me this. We were all on live one day, and he told me that. He was like, actually, like, it did numbers, and that's how he didn't lose his deal. But I enjoy Trigger. Trigger is also a little niggerish. So I don't know.
I don't really like the yodeling though.
I don't have to hear that. But that's the main album. So that made me, I was like, okay, I like this. So when he came out with his next album, I listened and I was like, I'm going back to Trigger because this is me. Okay. But outside of that, I've never had anybody like say that to me. Like, but again, it could be just an age difference thing.
It's gotta be.
Because it has to be. Also think about it. It was super hypersexual. I was a kid in elementary school. Like,
but it wasn't hyper. Trey Songz was more hypersexual than Jodeci. Don't get it twisted.
Okay, well, I will have to take a gander to find out.
Yeah, so now, so freaking you originally supposed to be called fucking you.
Fucking you, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I do want to hear the demo version of that for some reason.
It's probably on YouTube.
No, it's not. That's totally scrapped.
Oh wow!
Because Brett Ratner, the director, they were like, "Yeah, this is our new single," and they played it for him, and he was like, "You know, you can't release that as a single, right?" And they was like, "Why not?" He was like, "Your hook is every fucking day, every fucking night, fucking you so tight. You can't. That can't be your first single off the. That was on the third Jodeci album. He's like, you cannot make this your single." And it's like, "Dang, all right, we're gonna change the freaking," and then it became freaking you. And he directed the music video.
Okay.
Man, Jodeci was humongous, man.
I remember, like, Devontae Swing was hella fine. Like, I was like, eyes did not deceive me. I had a neighbor that looked like kind of like Devontae, and he had a Jeep with a Superman logo on like the tire cover, and he was so fine. He was so fine. He lived next door to us, and he used to have. Oh, I don't know. I can't even remember that nigga name.
Was he way older than you?
He was way older. He was probably more around Jodeci's age.
Oh wow! Oh, he was that old. Okay,
yeah.
Not old, but I'm saying like that much.
Yeah,
older than you.
Yeah. Because I mean, he lived next door to us. That was his place. Like he had an apartment.
That was his crib. Okay.
Yeah, his crib. So it wasn't like he was like
so he got grandkids and stuff now. So
probably. Yeah.
Shout out to the brother. He had a Playboy. You said on the tire.
It was the Superman logo.
Oh snap! Okay.
Yeah. I go. Oh, what was his name? Because I used to call that nigga name out the window. What was his name?
It's something like Reno.
Dang.
Something like Reno.
Because I remember the like below him, it was some, but they were our age. But it was Darwin and Carlton. They were brothers. I'm like, I wonder if I would have to try to do a manhunt for them, even like on Facebook, because I wouldn't know their last name. But I remember he lived like above them in a 2-family flat, because it's like, yeah. But damn, what was his name? I don't know.
Marino.
Fine.
All right, man. Your boy Hassan Minaj from Trigger. What was it? Trigger Warning. I think that was his show.
Mm-hmm.
I like that show a lot. But coming out now, they basically saying like all his stuff was like fabricated or lies, and all these different jokes he had.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked back and forth about it. And what'd you call it? You called it.
They called it oppression porn.
Oppression porn.
So he pretty much he's like like Middle Eastern Asian, because he's like descent, and so a lot of his stuff like would be like about like police brutality, different like scenarios that we experience as like Black people. And so it was like his storytelling was kind of set up along the lines of like maybe it could have potentially happened to a friend, or something that he could have vicariously experienced, or like. So it makes it really difficult, and like especially having friends that are comics. And so Ryan says this one thing where it's like how you can get away with a lot of stuff as long as it's funny. And so does it matter that these occurrences did not happen to him? Because it's happened to somebody. And so I could see how someone could say, oh, this is fucked up. This didn't happen to you, or you could potentially be telling somebody else's story. But that happens often in filmmaking.
Pictures and stuff. And that's what I think it kind of went over the line. Like,
okay.
He was routing the line. Like he showed a picture of the girl that dissed him for homecoming. And like, but he blurred out. But the internet sleuths, they figured out who it was, and they started coming after her and her family about that story. And that was not true.
So also, okay, so when you do stuff like that, you have to be able to say, hey, is this okay if I use your image and here's some money?
Right, but he blurred out the picture, so it was like you couldn't. But the the internet is great.
Yeah.
But
So
he could claim I blurred it out.
Exactly. So, but you have to cover all dot your I's and cross your T's when it comes to stuff like that.
And especially just that popular. Like if I saw your picture and it was blurred, I was like, oh shit, that's Dom.
Yeah.
Like, so somebody that didn't like you would be like, hey, her name is Dominique Lovings and she lived on the west side of St. Louis. She went to high school with me. Here go her yearbook picture. Find her.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
But it's like I feel like it probably wouldn't have been a big deal had that person probably financially benefited from it, because it's like, okay, this could potentially happen, and like they have it written out, but I got you, like you cover or whatever. Or like so there has to be some way where it's beneficial for both parties. So I think on that end, definitely in retrospect, like if you got people, which is so fucking crazy to me that people do that shit. Like I'm going to create a page, or I'm going to use my page to slander and say hurtful things to somebody. That shit is weird to me. But yeah, okay, so it's tough for me because it's like I know comics like always embellish, like something is extra, like, and I think at one point it starts out like when they are initially writing a joke, I think it's like the truth or some sort, or however they believe the truth to be, and then you add extras to get the laughs, to make it funny. So I don't know, like the oppression porn is like, I feel like that's very
direct.
Yeah, and outlandish a little bit. Because it's not like I would be interested to see if someone says like, okay, so yeah, you got the girl that said, yo, motherfuckers found me and was saying this shit and it wasn't true. Or I would be interested to see if people start saying, well, I told him this story and then he turned it into a joke. That's not how it happened. But, I'd be interested to see if that happens. Because a lot of
I think that's the only one I have an issue with is that one.
Yeah,
that's the only joke I had an issue with, the being like,
because everything else, like we think about life, things that we see, experience, there's some sort of joke that's in everything. Like I told my homegirl Ty, I was like, yo, if I ever did stand up, I got my first joke, and she was like, let me hear it. I was like, so me and my granny got in a fight. And so see,
that's funny off the flip, because you like, yo, who was fighting their granny?
Exactly. So then I go into, but because a lot of jokes stem from something, like, so I think in retrospect, like they have to figure like that. I'm not like I said, if he had all his jokes, like people have writers, and at his level, pretty sure he has writers.
Yeah, for sure.
So all of his jokes are deriving from somewhere. So I'm not mad at him. Like you said, for me, it's more so about the girl getting death threats. That's fucked up.
Yeah, that get her getting doxxed is a
doxxed.
thing.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, and it's interesting, man, because that was an article in the New Yorker.
Yeah,
I believe that is the thing that got him jammed up. But
his career isn't over. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be able to bounce back, apologize, and he just got to move better. Like handle your business, because that shouldn't be happening to nobody.
Yeah, he just gotta tighten that up. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's I ain't tripping off of it that much. It's more of a thing of like that. Like I said, the doxing that one person, and that he does feel like he's trying to get a lot of sympathy points sometimes in his comedy, especially after we know all this information on all these different things.
Yeah,
I would say that, but also, man, we've been in people business too much, man. To be honest with you, like we know too much about how the hot dog is made. If that makes sense, we know too much about how the hot dog is made.
Yep.
Like I don't even know how they even got that far in knowing, like, oh yeah, we researched all this and found out that thing with your wife with the anthrax never happened. Like, damn. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't try to get no lawsuit off on it. I ain't trying to do no GoFundMe or nothing. I just told a joke on stage.
I just told a
said.
joke.
Yeah.
And so I think people but see, that's the thing. So that's the issue now with a lot of comics. You know, we've spoken about this before, is where is people's sense of humor? You know, comedy is supposed to be kind of like a stress reliever. You know, these people are turning certain traumatic situations that they've experienced into, you know, jokes and where everybody else can realize, like, laughing is universal. Like, if I can make all these people, different creeds of people, laugh, like, I've made the world slightly a better place. And so I think that people have lost their sense of humor. Do I think that sometimes people say fucked up shit and I was just like, but that always happens. It's like if it does not land. Like,
yeah,
like, and that really is what it boils down to. And I think that people have lost their way because everybody wants to be so politically correct. But even being PC, there comes jokes.
Where you gonna be on the wrong side of somebody.
Nigga, I'm always on the wrong side of somebody.
Hey.
I'm like, damn, I was just breathing. What happened?
And you did something wrong,
nigga. Like, but it's also about standing in your truth and just being really real. You know, everybody not gonna like everything. You're not gonna be for everybody. That's simple. And I think that too many people are focused on being like the people's people. Like, oh, I want everybody to like me and all these things. And I was just like, I don't care. Like so the whole thing, I was talking to Rodney Perry. I know all these comics. Like, so we were talking to Rodney Perry about
is it the same one that you posted on your page? The thing you did with Rodney Perry on his stream?
Yes, called We Finna Argue. And so the conversation come up because, you know, Steve Harvey's page, we gonna say it was hacked.
Yeah.
The Steve Harvey comment about the jokes, like,
who you think name a comic you think ain't funny?
Yes. And so immediately, you know, and I was telling him, I was like, for him to tweet that, whether it was him or not, his page was hacked, whomever, it could have. I said, some people don't think Steve is funny. You know, like,
a lot of people don't think Steve is funny.
A lot of people could say that about Steve Harvey. I know that there are certain that it is definitely a conversation, but people say, "Oh, I would say
comics don't think that Steve Harvey's funny too."
I'm gonna say it's a certain point because I feel like once he probably mainstream is different, but I feel like there's been a different comic about up and coming Steve. So, but we just know Steve that got on.
Yeah.
People don't think that, you know, like it's always the Kevin Hart's or the Tiffany Haddish. And I was like, well, I've seen some Kevin Hart's earlier stuff, and he was funny, but it's also with that, now Kevin Hart has writers. Regardless of what he tries to say or not, you're not sitting there. Dio got you, like, just saying. So I think it's all about being able to punch something up and being able to really work it out with like your peers or whatever. And I've seen that happen in real time because Tahir has a punch up show where they do that to people, their peers' jokes, and it's really a dope experience. So I think it's about that. I think it's about allowing people the space to be creative, and everybody ain't gonna like always get it or laugh, and it's always gonna be somebody, oh, I'm offended, but it's like, why are you offended? And then you can't tell me why you offended. Get the fuck on.
You just offended.
You just offended.
Nobody gives a fuck about your woman.
And before we get out of here, super quick. Speaking of doxing, St. Louis, I'm gonna need for y'all not to beat us up in arms and mad and puzzled and confused about Darius Cooks. Okay, now I'm not even gonna hold y'all.
You didn't call him Cooks. You call him Crooks, right?
Yes, I call him Crooks. Okay. There's no way that I'm going to allow somebody who has an F rating with the BBB. There's a warning issued before you buy when you research this person to now talk about my city. You came on an off week. It wasn't like you even planned anything in advance. You was like, I'm here, where should I go? And then you're having these different experiences. Oh, this place was closed or whatever, but you did not plan. So that's my issue, number one. Number two, y'all be so quick to tear each other down and say, oh, I don't go here. I don't go to Lefties. Hey, I've been trying to go to Lefties for a minute to get the duck fried rice. Okay, I heard it's fire. But I'm going to say this. Instead of getting on the internet and tearing each other down, how come y'all not having conversations with these establishments? I went to St. Louis and went to a white establishment, Idlewolf, that's inside of the athletic club. I gave them a chance to correct their wrongs via Instagram Messenger. They did not correct it. And you know what I did? Left a Yelp review. And then updated it after my sister went again and still had the same waitress and the same shitty ass, weird ass service. No thanks. So I think we be so quick to go to the internet and be like, look, see, this is the issue. Y'all want to overcharge. Y'all want to do this, but y'all also don't realize that Black people don't have the connections that a lot of these white people be having, these Asian people be having when it comes to even just getting hair care products, food, whatever. A lot of niggas is going to fucking Sam's. So y'all have to take a step back and work with people and allow people the opportunity to grow and change. Now that one location I went to, fuck them because, but they ain't Black. But I be trying to give Black people the benefit of the doubt and really try. Sure. And so I think that's the conversation we should be having. And y'all mad like, well, he right and da 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 da. All y'all people all y'all should have been having conversations with the management, the cooks, and all of that. Don't come to the internet about it.
He was saying like this, the style of our food was fucked up too. He was just talking about like what we like is fucked up.
Yeah. So, which we know is a lie. And then I was trying to tell my cousin, he's like, St. Louis isn't enough for food. I said, you a damn lie. No. I said, because St. Louis has amazing food. Did you go get barbecue? Did you go to Red?
We created different types of food here. That's the thing. But he didn't do his research to know. He didn't.
But that's what I'm saying. So you dropped the pin when you was at the airport. I'm here. Y'all tell me where to go.
But you had to research that. Like we created toasted ravioli. We created gooey butter cake. We created, you know what I'm saying, like fried rice, like the quintessential fried rice in the U.S. comes from here. Yes. I don't care where you from. I know y'all New York people like to talk about y'all's whatever. Ain't messing with St. Louis's fried rice. Period. Period.
And I think so. Y'all got to do better. Y'all can be mad. Y'all can have all these debates. And he said, she said, whatever. But if you didn't say nothing to the management, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I don't. And that nigga be stealing recipes from Black women. Ooh. He be doxing people, putting people's address information anytime somebody complain. So lets me know if that's somebody that you want to support, you roll the same way. So good riddance. Grow up. We got to support each other and do better and allow people the opportunity to fix it. And that's all.
Yeah, that Darius, man. Like it was just funny. You know, it's so fun, but we're sensitive about our city though. Look, you ain't gonna run up in here and just be talking shit about St. Louis.
But they say run or get done up, so y'all should have ran up on him.
Sleepy said on Just Posted, he's like, only reason he's mad at, he's like, back in the day we was beating up rappers. He shouldn't have got out of here with at least his car not on force. But listen, that means we grew as a city because we would have. Cats would have tried to see.
Yeah. And that's real, but it's just, you know, like I said, I'm more so disappointed in the city as opposed to Darius, like, cause he gonna queen.
No,
it's
those same people that always be like, yo, I moved to Houston, Dallas, folks. Those are same.
Yeah, folks. And those same people. And like I said, I'm interested. Like I said, I want to do a series like where I come to St. Louis for like a week or a week and a half, and just shoot content of telling y'all niggas where to go because I don't live there and I know where to fucking go. Yeah. Now, one thing I am on the hunt for, which will take a group of men. I'm for women that are single that want men of a certain caliber. I'm not gonna say high value because that's weird, but like to date, like meet nice guys. Mm-hmm. I would like to get together with a group of guys and see where those men hang out. Like I know what to do.
I know what I'll tell you offline. I don't like. Yeah. I don't want to blow up the honeycomb hideouts.
Yeah, no. It's fine, but I'm like, there still has to be a group of single Black men that are in St. Louis.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I'm like, I know what to do here, like going to a sporting event with a homegirl, sports bar or whatever sometimes. And I would say more so sporting event because it's going to a sports bar trying to meet men sometimes can be tricky just because, you know, and a little intimidating. So
yeah, because they like, sweetheart, I mean, you fine and all, but I'm here for watching this game. I'm not trying to really politic with you.
Yeah, and that's why. So,
man, thank y'all for listening to another episode of Everyone Needs an Aquarius. Don, where they can hit you up at?
St. Angeles on Instagram. Shop St. Angeles is my candle business page. You know, we got the Whiskey Sour podcast. I have been a little inconsistent on that side.
I see your subs is going up though.
Yeah, I'm like at 637 or something.
Yeah, I mean, it's all these shows you be on. Like,
yeah, like I'm really trying. I'm just trying to really put my head down and just really, really focus and be different by this time next year. I dropped a new candle scent on the site today. Holiday is also out, which is Nuit de Noël. Citrus is the pumpkin chai scent, as well as Marseille, which is passion fruit. It has coconut in it, has musk. And I'm working on another one for autumn. So we gonna see.
Okay.
See, you know, like we're gonna got this, you know, the fall solstice and all these things coming into play. So I've been testing out this other scent that's really nice, just to give y'all a little variety, because I'm gonna do like a huge like blowout, and it ain't gonna be the same sale that's gonna be for Black Friday. So you better cop them now, because then you're gonna be mad. I should have got it potentially at half off if I do half off. So we gonna see.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all as always. We'll be back soon. Peace.